Good day everyone, this is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and this is Saturday the 19th of September 2020, and this is the weekly analysis for the Euro, Cable and the Aussie dollar for the 4th week of September. And let's start off with the Euro, and it's still holding support right above the weekly S1 for last week, 117.60 area, and now it's centered around the weekly pivot for last week at 118.38 and resistance just right above at the monthly pivot 118.66. It has not been able to get close to the 162 fib extension anymore at the 119, and has been consolidating, barely holding support at the lower trend line of the channel. And we did highlight earlier a week or two ago that there was a possibility of a head and shoulders formation, but at the moment there's still support, and even if it does break, and it does not seem to be that much that strong a move down. If it does, there's still support at the 117 area with the 55 EMA coming up. So there's still potentially some support, and that's because the US dollar has not been able to recover that much. So at the moment the Euro and most of the other pairs have been consolidating. So we'll see this coming week whether there's where the US dollar is going to move. It could still consolidate further for the rest of the month if the US dollar is not able to break out higher, or unless the US dollar does fall further lower, then the Euro could try to target the 120 level again. So for now, the head and shoulders, even if there is a break, does not seem to be much downside. So this week there's a lot of flash services and manufacturing PMIs across all the major pairs. Let's clear this first, and let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame for last week, where it did dip below the 200 on the 4-hour time frame and the lower channel trend line, but then it did find support at the weekly S1 that we mentioned earlier, and managed to recover back up to the monthly pivot. And on the weekly time frame, it's closed as a spinning top, almost a doji like last week, and still unable to find its direction. Let's take a quick look at the US dollar index, which comprises 60% of it is the euro dollar. And after breaking out higher above the bearish channel, it has come back to retest, and now it's sitting right above it again at the 21 fib retracement, and it has not been able to retrace up to the 55 EMA at the and at the 38 fib retracement So we'll see whether this week it's able to bounce off from the channel trend line, or whether it's going to extend its bearish move again and continue down the bearish channel. So at the moment it's not very bullish for the US dollar. All right, let's take a look at the cable. And the sterling, after last week's significant drop, it retraced back up to the 130 level to regain some support from the 200 EMA here, just below the 128. But after 3 attempts to climb up above 130, so it has a pullback lower now, and just below the weekly pivot as well. So it could now just continue within this bearish channel, and 130 is a significant resistance. Support is still at the 128, and the just below that the 200 EMA. So this week there's only the flash services and manufacturing PMIs. No major news. Let's take a quick look on the weekly time frame, and that's where the retrace back up after the previous week's bearish fall. It could now continue lower, and there is support below still at the this region at 126.40, and below that at just at the 126 level, where the 62 pip retracement is. So the swing high at the 100 pip is still holding as support, and potentially it could also, if it does break the bearish channel, it could target the 62 pip at 126. But at the moment it's unlikely to break out higher above the 130 level. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. And the Aussie dollar has been consolidating as well. It's in a fairly tight range, in the upper zone of the bullish channel. However, it's been unable to break above the 138 pip extension at 0.7328, holding support at either the weekly pivot last week or the monthly pivot at 0.7285. So fairly narrow range last week. So we'll see this week whether there's any possible drop towards the 72 area, where the lower channel is. Because at the moment it does not seem to find any bullish momentum, so it's at the moment it's not easy to break this resistance zone. Alright, there's only flash services and manufacturing PMIs for all the major pairs this week, so nothing exciting for next week. So we'll see what the US dollar has in store for all the major pairs. So on the 4-hour time frame, and you can see the support at the weekly pivot and then the monthly pivot. On the weekly time frame, after the doji, there's another spinning top, almost a doji again. So yes, not all consolidating, just like the cable as well. Alright, so do check out my other videos on spot gold and dollar yen, and have a safe week and a good trading week, and cheers for now.